I'll beat Melissa Bean because of the political wins. This is going to be the first race where Melissa Bean is going to be running with the political wins in her face rather than at her back. She is not going to be riding the anti-Bush wave, and she is not going to be riding the pro-Obama wave. We will tap those political wins. Number two, when I got into this race, there were people in this party that said, good luck, Dirk, because you cannot beat Melissa Bean. You cannot run against her record. Well, Melissa Bean is vulnerable. You can run against her record. I will run against her record in an offensive and in a very offensive and proactive way. Taking the high road, but this district will understand who the real Melissa Bean is. Cap and trade, healthcare, spending, we can go on down the list. Number three, the third thing, and probably the most important, is the candidate. To beat Melissa Bean, you need a candidate with proven results, a candidate that has proven leadership, and a candidate who has private sector solutions. Relative to results, in order to beat Melissa Bean, it will require money. But equally as important, it will require a grassroots effort. For the last 5 years, I have proven results of bringing thousands of individuals together in a grassroots effort. I agree with the Wall Street Journal when the Wall Street Journal looked at the health care bill that came out of the House of Representatives and labeled it the worst bill ever. And one of the fundamental reasons why I believe this is the worst bill ever is because it really is nothing more than a scheme for wealth distribution. It goes against everything that our country stands for: self-reliance, accountability, and responsibility. What I like about the bill, what I like about the effort is this. I believe that we live in the most generous, benevolent society in the history of mankind. And looking for solutions to give a safety net to those individuals who are having a hard time insuring themselves, that's what we as Americans do, and that's what I would support. Over the years, I've had the opportunity to compete and complete 5 Ironman triathlons. It's 2.4 mile swim, 112 mile bike, and then a full 26.2 marathon. I have a plaque on my desk that I learned from running those Ironman triathlons over the years. And that plaque says this. It says, first determine that the thing can and should be done, then find a way to do it. Gentlemen, ladies, that's how I run my life. First determine that the Ironman can and should be done, then go out and find a way to do it. I have a history of tackling tough things. I have a history of going into our clients. When they don't want to change their culture, when the sales organization isn't producing, it's my job to first determine that that organization can be improved, then find a way to do it, and we have found a way to do it for the last 23 years. In 2004, we needed to find a way to support the troops. Nobody else was doing it. We had to find a way to do it. And I had the energy, the passion, the vision, and we overcame, like we overcome in an Ironman triathlon. And we found a way to do it. Hey, in 2010, we need to retire Melissa Bean. Is it going to be easy? Absolutely not. But you know what? We've got to first determine that that thing can and should be done, and then find a way to do it. And we are finding that way to do that. This election is all about finding a way to do these things. This economy needs to be improved. I am proud that we have found a way to work with business and job creators around this district. Today we announced the formation of a coalition of job creators. Ron Bullock, the chairman of the Illinois Manufacturers Association, says that Dirk understands business issues and job creations. Our current representative doesn't, and we must change that. Dirk Beveridge will represent the 8th District with common sense, conservative values. Dick Pepper and others know that we will find a way to do what needs to be done, and that's my commitment to you. We do need to reform the entitlements of Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. That is the lion's share of the spending of our government, and they need to be reformed. And they need to be reformed utilizing private sector expertise. I've spent the last 23 years owning a sales consulting business, working with businesses, approaching very difficult solutions, and coming up with processes and solutions to tackle big problems. That's what we need to do with the entitlement culture, or excuse me, with the entitlements, Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. 3 principles we would need to follow to make that happen. Number 1, we would have to ensure that whatever we do, we protect the seniors who have already invested into the programs. Number 1. Number 2, we have to work hard to develop long-term, fiscally responsible policy so that these can in fact pay for themselves long-term. And number 3, we've got to ensure that we as Americans understand that even in our senior years, it's not the government's responsibility to take care of us.